Hey guys, it's me, that programming guy, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to program a very basic application within Visual Basic. Now, what this application is going to be able to do is you're going to be able to have a full login screen, internet browser, web link, a download bar, well, technically for this purpose a fake download bar since we don't actually have a server to download files from in this tutorial, so we have a fake one at the moment. And also, once you've logged in, it'll launch an application. Now, I've got an example pre-built, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to build it with you once I've done it. So this is my version that I made. It has the usual login to game, it has the progress bar, the username and password fields. This password field will be hidden when you type in a login and register. A register one should direct to URL, so I haven't done it in this one, but I'll do it when everyone else comes. And a login one, so let's do it, shall we? So in order to do this, so what I'm going to do, first, is I'm going to start the program. Now, so this is also my first ever tutorial video that I've ever done on YouTube, like a proper one. I do other videos, but this is my first tutorial, so please bear with me, because I'm doing stuff. So here is launching a web page, as you can see. It's launching my YouTube channel. I'm probably going to make it launch Google or something that's less, well, you can see here. So yeah, it's to do with the firewalls and stuff. My computer hasn't got firewalls allowed through, but yours will be fine. So you can type in like a username, so I'm going to type in that programmer guy as my username, and password, just spam the keyboard. And then when you hit login, you'll see that the progress bar there has gone all the way up, and it'll say the download has completed. When you hit OK, it'll launch an application just saying this app's been launched because I've done it by the start menu though. I'm going to teach you how to do this as well, so it'd be awesome. Okay, so first things first, you're going to have to visit the link in the description below, which will take you to this web page, which will basically be the Visual Studio page, or you can just literally type in visualstudio.com, because that's what it is. And then what you'll do is you'll download the 3 developer tools here. You just hit download. I believe it does it as a web installer, which I believe you can also get like a full installer. I went for the full installer because the web installer went crazy with me, but it depends on your internet connection. I've got quite bad internet, so yeah, that happens. So once obviously you've downloaded that, you won't get this screen, obviously. You'll probably get, well, and you'll get like a new project, open project and stuff like that. So what you'll do is obviously you do a new project. So I'm going to do a new project here, just to show you guys. Okay, you'll probably have a menu like this. So you don't do that. What you'll do to start off with, you'll get all this stuff down here, like WPF application, Silverclass. You can ignore them for now. We're not going to be using them today. We're going to be using a basic Windows Form application. So what this is basically, so as you see, so I'm just going to load up a Jelly because I don't think I don't know the best thing. So it's got Jelly here. So this is basically a Windows Form application, sort of. So it's got all the controls here. It's got a basic minimize, maximize, and close interface, and it has all this stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a Windows Form application. So once you highlighted it, all you've got to do is give it a name. It has to be, there can't be spaces, I'm afraid, in the name. As much as I'd like to have spaces, you can't. So we're going to call this login screen. We'll call it login screen, but I'm going to call it login screen 2. You can call it whatever you want. I'm going to call it login screen 2 because I've already got login screen 1, which is this one here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to launch that, and it will say creating project. Okay, there we go. We're now on login screen 2, and you'll get this thing. It says form 1, and this interface here. Now, the first thing that I always tend to do is obviously have a clear picture in mind. Now, I've got a clear picture. As you saw from the last form, we're going to go for a sort of Minecraft style launcher thing for this video. Obviously, once you've done this, you can customize it any way you like, but I'm going to go for that style. The style is completely up to you, but as long as you include the things in the tutorial, you won't get confused. Okay, so what we're going to do is where it says form 1 here, it's got actually wait, I'll explain where everything is first. This is the project view. This is basically where you can see what it would look like once I hit that start button. So you can see here, it looks like that. Since I hit start debugging, it'll just build that little window there. See? So and this is your output window. This will tell you if there's any problems and how it's running and stuff. This is mainly for advanced, so what we'll do in future tutorials is I'll start getting errors and I'll explain to you what those errors mean. Solution Explorer, pretty much what it says, it's just what goes on inside this. The properties, It's basically the properties of our currently highlighted things. So I'm currently got this highlighted, and you can see down here some controls. So with this, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to change the text to log in. I'm going to base it off my game that I'm developing, so I'm going to just do log in to Triacon. This isn't actually going to be used for my Triacon game, so don't panic if you follow that game. So don't panic at all. If I can remember correctly, down here should be somewhere which would allow us to edit how this looks. I haven't done that bit in a while though, so bear with me. I'm sorry if you can hear clicking, I am using a PC, so please bear with me. I can't remember. But there's definitely something here that I do. You guys can, I tell you what, you guys can have a look with that, because there's definitely some interesting stuff that you can do with this. So you can see you got like auto scrolling, window, what's this? Window state. Oh, it's window state. There we go. That's the initial view. Maximize or minimize. So if you want it to come up, minimize. Key preview. Oh, is it window style? I think it's it's window style. It must be window style. Sorry, it's just a new version. I used to use 2003. But anyway, what we're going to do is first things first, we're going to resize this window. So I'm going to resize it to the edge of my thing here. And obviously, if you've got a bigger monitor than me, you obviously probably end up having a bigger thing. But I'm going to resize to the edges like this. And we've got a nice, good bit of space to work with, I think. I don't really need this. You can keep this open if you want. I don't tend to use it, or that. So I only need that, to be honest, for what I use it for. So what we're going to do, first things first, is we're going to add 2 buttons, which will simply be login and register. Now, to go buttons, as I've done already, you're in the toolbox, and then what you got to do is you scroll up to find button, or you can literally just type in here. But I scrolled up, so we're going to put in 2 buttons of like that size. We're going to label this button with text. We're going to call it. Let's call it register. This will be the register button. And then also, so that will be the text that's displayed. But what you should always do is, if I can blooming find it. There we go. Under design, I would always advise changing this, where it says name under design. So I'm going to close all these, so we only have the stuff we need open. So I would advise changing the name of this to something you can remember, because this is what most developers tend to do when doing it, when coding, because then it allows them to obviously see what they're doing instead of having button 1, button 2, because you have like, I don't know why you'd need this particular point. You have 18 buttons, you need to name them all. So this one I'll just call BTN register. It has to be one word, I'm afraid. So that basically means button register. So now with button register, I'm going to literally click on it, Control C, Control V to create an exact copy of it. And then I'm going to put it down here, and as you can see, the 2 blue lines on either side is basically the software auto-aligning it perfectly. So you can literally make it auto-align, so I'm going to auto-align it there. Then I'm just going to edit this, the original name to BTN login, and then we're going to change the text to login. Okay, so that's looking very nice so far. Now in the toolbox, we're going to search up some other things. We're going to get some text box. We're going to use a regular text box. These other ones will be used later. We're going to use a regular text box for now. And we're just going to create a nice lengthy thing here. And this will be the username. So I'm going to say txt user name. There, I'm going to plonk that there, and I'm going to copy it back over here as well. I'm going to put this one next to the register, like that. And this one will be txt password. txt password. There we go. So once you got that, you can see it's already starting to shape up nicely. You got a nice login here. Got a nice little register. You got these 2 nice ones. Oh, I forgot my code. Oh well. So that'll be interesting. Right. So what we got to do now, once you have these 2 things here, is you want to go into your toolbox again, and you want to search up label. Not link label. You want regular label. And then what you want to do is just literally just plonk one there, and then get another one there. Try and line them up as well as best as you can. like so. Then for label 1, I'm going to make this the username box. Oops, I did that wrong. Okay, so I put that in the wrong field, as you can see. I put it in the design field, which is the hidden message. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to put that as there we go. And now I'm going to put it in this one. So as you can see, even people who know what they're doing can make mistakes, which is why you got to always know what you're doing. Okay, next thing as well, I'm going to just txt password. You'll see a problem in a minute. Okay. I'm just going to call it txt pass then. There you go. Computers. Right, so I'm going to just literally do that, and then align it with that. And it looks good so far, doesn't it? So let's just... Now, the top here for developers is also continuously debugging as you're building, because that way if there's an error, you can find where the error is early and sort it out. So this is what we got so far. You don't need to log into Tricon, obviously this will be your own thing, because Tricon is my thing. And I'm going to put in the username, I'm going to like, okay, I'm just going to go, yeah, I'm going to log in as that programming guy. And then I'm going to try and type in the password. But oh no, it's been displayed. That's not my actual password. You can't log into my account. That's not my actual password. But oh no, it's been displayed. What we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to come back out, and then where you've got this password box here, you click on that, and what you got to do is I'm probably gonna have to extend all this again. Yeah, okay. Under behavior, there'll be a thing that says password char. And that indicates the character to display for password input, single lines only. So obviously you got people who you can use this as password, or this, well not really this, it's just either this or this, but we're going to use the usual standard one of the star, I like to call it. You only need to put it in once. So now, let's try and do it again. So I'm going to just put my channel's, initials, so T PG, and then look, oh yeah, secure now, nice and secure. So now that's done, what we can now do is we can start putting in some of the other amazing features, including, yes, get ready for this, we're going to include a web browser. Now, to do a web browser, all you've got to literally do is just get rid of all this, and it's literally right there, web browser, which has been pre-programmed for us, which is also a very nice thing of Microsoft to do. And we're just going to drag it all the way, covering up the screen. Going to drag it up here. Going to make sure it covers up all that field, leaving a little bit down here, which is nice. We're going to just name it. We're going to give it a name of just internet, like that, something simple. Now under behavior, where it says URL, you've got to give it a URL. So I'm going to go http --, and then I'm going to give it the. Going to give it my Minecraft server website as the link for this for the purpose of this video. And then what we're going to do down here is we're also going to add in a we're going to no, you don't know because you're watching this tutorial. Okay, you're going to add in a progress bar, which will simulate the download. So if there's an update, it will simulate downloading the update. So there it is. Very nice. You can have it fat if you want, but down here you could include some text or something, saying like progress bar or some stuff like that. So we got everything nice and sorted as well. So what we'll do is remember to obviously save by clicking save all. You want to make sure you do that, and then we're going to hit start. And as you can see, we got it working. It's trying to load up my web page. It's probably not going to load it up. See? Continue running scripts on this page. It does this. Yes, just run it. So yeah, as you can see, it didn't like it because my internet browser. Oh, it did this time. Oh yeah, there you go. There's it in action. Maybe it was just my web link. I might have entered the web link wrong. But here you go. As you can see, it's loaded up my web page. It's a little bit laggy because I've got scripts on this page, so it's a little bit laggy. But yeah, you guys get the idea. So what we're going to do now is we are going to program the login button to do things. So this is basic. I've just clicked on it, and this is what it is. So As you can see here, it's got the name of our form, which is just form 1. We got the name of the button that we're currently editing, which is btn login. This dot click basically means what happens when the person clicks it, and the sender as object is basically when they click on it, do the code below here. Now, some things you've got to always have when you're doing this, you've got to have the public class, which is the main form that you're editing in, the private sub, which is the button or a control that you're editing, the end sub to tell the code when to stop, and the end class to tell it basically when to completely stop. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to literally paste in some code that I've done already. You guys can feel free to look at it, copy it, and look at it as well, and I'm going to explain what each section does. Okay, so I've got the code, let's paste it in. Oh no, we have noticed an error. And from this, I'm going to show you. So basically what I did here for my previous one is I declared what I was going to call the thing, and I forgot to do it in this form. So make sure you're naming everything, obviously, because I forgot to name this. So I'm just going to go to this and name it. I'm going to name it download bar. Download bar. You can call it whatever you want, obviously. I'm not quite sure what these foreground color and component is. Sorry, I want to quickly read this. Ah, okay, that's just a text. That's kind of useful, I guess. But not really. So now I've done that, when we go back into form, you'll see it's happy. So what I'll explain everything does, okay? So, the code runs in order. The top instruction always comes before the other ones. So what download bar.value does is basically the bar here is it will go green according to the value in percentage. So I've told it to go 100 and then do that. So if I was to let's say change this to 50, and then I'll just quickly I'll deactivate these by doing this. I'll turn these into comments so they deactivate, and then what will happen is when I launch the application with this code, and then I just do you won't get that script error. That's just because of my website that I'm using. No, I'm gonna change that web link so I don't get those errors. TPG passwords, some random crap. And if I hit login, you'll see that this bar will fill up to the half according to the value that I set on that. But obviously we don't want that. We want it to go all the way up to the top. So what we're going to do, so I'm going to get rid of these. I'm just going to reactivate these. I'm just set that back to 100. And basically, what I'll do is once that's done, actually I'll do it step by step, that'll make more sense. Once that's done, a message box will be displayed saying download has completed. Now the thing with message boxes is that if you want a message to be displayed, like a message within these brackets, you have to put speech marks in, because if you don't, it'll try and do it to a variable. I'll show you what I mean. So if I do that, it'll be like, hey, it'll be basically like you have not declared this. See, look. So it's not declared. It may be inaccessible due to its protection level. Basically meaning it doesn't exist here. So what you'll do to correct that is you'll literally just put speech marks. Oops, you won't have that. You'll just put speech marks at the end of the text, like that. And then what you can then do is you put a comma and it'll say caption as string. So you'll just put I don't know, you can put success or something. That's spelled wrong probably. I'm sorry if my spelling's bad. And then you could do this. This didn't work for me last time. Oh, it worked for me this time. That's good. So what this will do, once I hopefully do it, I'm going to try and reprogram this in. When I tried this the other time, it didn't work. Oh my god, it worked this time. So what this is basically saying is display a message box with the message download is completed with the title. So like this is the title up here for this. It'll say success. Actually, I'm just going to change it to download complete. Just, you know. There you go. So it'll say download complete, and it'll have a little message box which will allow you to say OK. And there'll also be a picture of like the information thing, which I'm not sure if I can display on screen depending on my editing software that I'm using to edit this recording. But you'll see anyway. So what you'll do is when you start the program with these 2 lines of code, and then you go for I'm going to really change that. Okay. Ready? Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm really gonna seriously kill this right now. I'm so sorry about this, guys. See, this is the problem that I have when I'm doing this, when I do editing. I'm just gonna change this to something that's a little bit less greedy on the internet. I'll just change it to Google, why not? And then so sorry about that, guys. It was slow. So you've also got to obviously just optimize it. So there we go. There we go. It's better now. So I'll do TPG password whatever. Then I'll hit login. It'll fill up. It'll say download is completed as the message. Download complete as the caption. We'll have a little information mark here, and also have an OK button. And obviously once I hit the OK button, it will launch the program. And I'll show you the launching of the program right now with this. So this is probably the most complicated part of this whole tutorial, which is this one thing here. So what this is saying here, system, so your whole computer, diagnostics, please tell me if I pronounce that wrong, is basically what you want your computer to do. Then you want it to start a process. Now if you don't know what a process is basically this within Task Manager here. So these are all processes. So you're telling it to start a process, and in this case I'm telling it to start the notepad.exe process, which is the program, notepad, and then I'm using a comma and I'm telling it to launch a file from a particular location. Now if you want to do this as well, like I've done, you will have to create a notepad file. So you can literally just go into notepad. So you can literally just open up notepad, type in like a bunch of random rubbish into the thing, and you'll save it as. Then you choose where you want to save it. So if you can save it in your C drive, save it into your C drive directly, or if you're like me and it doesn't let you, just save it onto your desktop and then just call it like welcome or something. And then once you've done that, not gonna save. Then what you'll do is you locate it. So if you saved it to your desktop like me, yours will be C users, your username for your computer. In this case, mine is Jelly. And then you'll do desktop, and then the name of the file that you called .txt. So I called my text file welcome, so it just says welcome.txt. So or if you can access the C drive, it'll literally just be. I'm gonna get rid of all this real quick. That will literally just be what it is right there. Just C welcome. Put it all back in. So so we see what happens when we launch this again. As I've already shown you in the start, I'm going to re-show you. So yeah, it will do this, and then we'll do is we'll log in. So we'll hit login. It'll say congratulations, the download is completed, even though it hasn't downloaded anything. And then it will launch Notepad with the particular file you told it to launch. So it says here, congrats, this app has been launched. You could have done it by the start menu though. If you would like this project that I've got here, this main project with all this stuff, I may be providing a link to it in the description. Just like the video, tell me you want it, and what I'll do is I'll post it on, and then I'll put a link in the description to this once enough people have said. This is my first ever YouTube tutorial, proper one. It's not my first video, it's my first ever YouTube tutorial. So if you have enjoyed it, I would really appreciate subscribing to this channel, as I will be bringing more amazing content of VB, Unity, stuff like that, from programming from Visual Basic, JavaScript, C#, all those languages, and amazingly. And obviously, tell me what you want me to teach you, because I know a lot about stuff, and if there's something I don't know, I'll find out for you guys and tell you. So just comment as well, and I really do hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, I am that programming guy.